I wanted to ask you about the use of eminent domain and selling out our natural parks like they have done to get the copper out of the Indian land, to electrify Africa, and to do your infrastructure investment bank system thing and get your beltway going for your interstate or your intercontinental highway system. I'd like to know about that. That is really important to me about how you're going to use eminent domain, because I'm scared to death of a certain candidates of ours using eminent domain. Obama has been implementing new national parks while liquidating, on the other hand, our natural resources such as our copper, for how I just described it. If we're not going to export the American Bill of Rights and get rid of property taxes and privately owned insurances and alleviate the pressures caused on the citizens by the pharmaceutical markets and the overbearing government who is bullying us, we don't need you to rule squat. Have a good day, and hopefully we'll get a true democracy where we can use these social media platforms and debit cards and cell phones to do good, safe commerce with my One Safe trade, transit, insurance, commerce, sales tax, investment incentive system, to move intellectual technology to the private realm to treat communicable diseases and ailments without having to pay a ransom to insurance companies and pharmaceutical companies. We need to stop allowing radical, concerned groups of citizens calling themselves representatives to delegate and vote themselves access to the private individuals' holdings to facilitate this global agenda of, we're going to have a global agenda, but let's just put it all on sales tax. That way, when we're doing our transactions, the utilities for them transactions, such as security and transportation avenues, are all maintained, and we can go on about our business without having the burden of government, insurance companies, and pharmaceutical markets, and the radical governing factions from the town, the county, and the state government bullying us around, taking our private property to bolster the earnings of other private individuals. Now, you don't give any kind of, to somebody, you build a pipeline through their farm, they need dividends from for life on that pipeline. If you take a highway like I experienced and bulldoze a whole community to facilitate some people 10 miles down the road's growth, which is overbearing on the water aquifer as it is, you're destroying our country with these neglectful projects of infrastructure. We need to look at our resources such as pure water, naturally cleansed water, are real resources that are being neglected. The fortification of the arid climates and regions for livestock production and fortification. You mistreat all the natural resources God has given us. You let forests burn before you take on a proactive natural, just some small common sense stuff. Write-in Greg 2016. None of the other candidates want you to see or even talk about the G20 or the B20 or anything that is timely and of substances in our projection of the future. We need to have a projection of the future for sustainability for our children's liberties and freedoms. We have not had a free breath in my entire life thanks to the prohibition laws alone, let alone the ability for concerned radical government employees and concerned radical government quote representatives to vote themselves access to personal property to profit private individuals. That just don't seem right. It's not right, because We did not ask for all this growth. We did not ask to live in a slum with overpopulated on the water resources that we have. We're going to be like you pretty soon, have to drink out of a bottle. I mean, we can fix all this if we have the proper alignment of resources, such as my safe trade and transit insurance, commerce, sales tax, investment system, to invest in exploration and clean energy. Remove these power lines. They're outdated, but yet you're trying to install them in Africa. You guys are really not making any sense. We got solar panels. We're capable of being individual homesteads around the world without no wires, with nothing but digital signals and utilities, wireless utilities, roadless utilities. If you take the technology we have and make it readily available, we can fly. We don't have to use eminent domain for roads or gas. Nothing delegates the use of eminent domain with as much technology as we have. Thank you. Have a good day.